Ride.
Greetings guys, it's Kazor. In the video you just watched, I used Rajang's laser beams to take revenge on Kushala right after I fainted. Wyvern Riding can be a valuable tool when you know how to use it properly, but I've seen a lot of people not bringing out its true potential. So in this video I will make you a Wyvern Riding expert. With that being said, let's get right into it. Welcome to my Wyvern Riding crash course. As you may have noticed, in order to ride a monster, you need to deal enough silkbind damage. This can be accomplished through various switch skills that deal damage, the Palamute Silkbinder, or with aerial attacks, such as jumping attacks from the insect glaive. If you want to check which of your moves deal mounting damage, you can join a random quest and go attack a monster. If you see a blue light outlining the damage indicator, that means it's mounting damage, and counts in building up a mount. It's very hard to mount a monster twice in a hunt, but it is not impossible. In case you didn't know already, monsters have a threshold to mounting, and while your main target's threshold is quite high, the monsters around that are not your target have a much lower threshold. That means that the monsters that are not our main target are much easier to mount. The best way to approach a hunt by utilizing this is the following. Let's assume we have 3 monsters, number 1, number 2, and number 3, with number 1 being our main target. We start by going after monster number 2, preferably with an extra Wirebug, and either a gold or a red Wirebug, depending on what we want out of the hunt. I did a small breakdown of this new endemic life on my previous video. If you wanna check that out, it will be in the description. After reaching our target, we use our Wirebug skills or a puppet spider to mount it. After riding monster number 2, we head towards our target, monster number 1. We start attacking until the gauge is full, and then we finish it off with a mounting punisher. Monster number 2 flees. We continue attacking monster number 1 with our weapon until it moves to a new area. At this time we can go for monster number 3, repeat the process and keep attacking our target monster. After our target monster is rideable, we lead it towards the starburst bugs I mentioned in my other video. Seriously, go watch it. And after smacking it on both, we can continue attacking it as normal. Okay, we've got the basic game plan out of the way, but how can we get the best out of every ride? Here's where understanding what each monster's move does when you ride it comes into play. When we ride a monster, we have 6 options to choose from. Move, light attack, heavy attack, evade, launch, and after the gauge is full, mounting punisher. Every monster has 2 light attacks to choose from, as well as 2 strong attacks, with the exception of some monsters that have 3. You can find information on how to perform each move by checking the Wyvern Riding tab on any monster in your Hunter's Notes. If a monster can inflict an elemental blight with an ability, we try to use that ability at least once. Here is a quick summary of the blights. Thunder Blight. If a monster is afflicted by Thunder Blight, it will get stunned after a few attacks. Fire Blight, which deals some damage to the monster over time. Water Blight, which makes monsters susceptible to damage everywhere. And finally Ice Blight, which can make the monsters move and cast much slower. So, we covered the attacking part. Let's talk about the evade. The evade is the most important skill we need to master when Wyvern Riding, so pay close attention. Evading out of an attack cancels that attack immediately and consumes 1 Wirebug. We can do this up to 3 times in a row, depending on how many Wirebugs we have available. Some monster attacks have a huge animation, and we can cancel it by evading. Let's see it in practice. Strong move, evade, strong move, evade, followed by another strong move. Nice. As you already know, attacking the monster with any move will fill up the Punisher gauge at the bottom. Every attack fills this bar in a fixed amount. Light attacks fill it slow, while stronger attacks do it much faster. Once the bar fills up, it turns into a timer, and before it runs out, we can do a mounting Punisher or launch the monster. Fail to do so and you will be thrown off the monster, losing the opportunity to deal a lot of damage. All good so far, but now we have to play around this annoying gauge. Most players I have seen online attack the monster until the gauge is full and then they instantly do the mounting punisher. That is probably 3 strong attacks along with the mounting punisher in terms of damage. Not bad, but we can do so much more. If you stand there and do nothing after an evade, you will immediately restore all of your Wirebugs. If we use that to our advantage, the combo can be as follows: strong move, evade, strong move, evade, and now our gauge is almost full. We wait for 1 second. Our Wirebugs are back up. We do another strong move, then evade. The timer starts. We do another strong move and evade. Then we wait a second until our Wirebugs are recovered again. If the monster has any blight inflicting move, we do it last, followed by the mounting punisher at the last possible second. We can even cancel our attack by starting the mounting punisher. That way we can never miss it. Now it depends what monster you're riding. Rajang's beam deals damage at the beginning of the animation and is also quite fast. We can keep spamming this as long as we have Wirebugs up to keep evading and cancelling the animation. By riding lots of monsters, you will get more experienced and you will choose which attacks to do on your own. If the monster you're riding takes too much time to perform a strong attack, a lot of times using light attacks is much better. Moving on to launch, which is the option to throw the monster towards a direction of our choosing. Do this on a wall and the monster will take damage and fall on the ground, ending your Wyvern Ride. However, if you evade right after it hits the wall, you can continue to move it for a bit and then launch it somewhere else. You can do this up to 4 times, depending on how many Wirebugs you have. If you commit to launching a monster, there's no cancelling it, unless it hits another monster or a wall. If it doesn't hit anything, it will just fall on the ground and the riding will stop. If you launch it towards a monster, both monsters will flinch, the first one falling on the ground. If the monster being hit has not been mounted recently, it will instantly become available for a mount. If it has been, it will just flinch and most likely flee to a different area. Make sure to test this ability a lot, to see how far monsters can run while being launched before they fall on the ground. This way you can know when a monster can reach a far off wall before you reset and aim for another. If you're in Master Rank, don't forget to use the Starburst bugs on the walls for extra damage and potential elemental blights. Finally, we have the mounting punisher, which we can execute at any time after the mounting gauge is full. This is a combo of attacks the monster you ride will perform. At some time during this combo, your riding will stop and you will dismount. The monster you were mounting will leave the area, and the monster that was attacked will be knocked on the floor, where it will stay for some time. Don't forget that grabbing a red Wirebug before you start riding will massively increase the damage dealt by the mounting punisher. Here you can see a mounting punisher from the same monster with and without a red Wirebug. Now let's put all this knowledge in one clip. This is how it should look like. Congratulations! Now you have a full Wyvern Riding license. As always, thank you all for watching until this point. Make sure to leave a like if you found this video useful, subscribe for more content, and ring the bell to be notified about new videos. Until then, stay safe.